Hello everyone and welcome to another Feed Army video. My name is Emmanuel and today we will be talking about Google Merchant Center suspensions when you get the message that there is a lost review. So when we have a look at the message itself, and this happens after you've clicked on request for a review, then it pops up with before you request a review, make sure that your online shop and products comply with misrepresentation policy. This is the last review that you can request. If the review is not approved, you won't be able to request another one and your merchant center will be suspended. As a result, your products will no longer be shown in free listings and Google Shopping ads across Google. So what this message means is that if you do not comply with the policies again, or your trust factors are not high enough, or for example, you have other issues such as multiple websites, multiple accounts, or etc., then when you request a review and you're rejected again, that is it. You can no longer request a review after this. Before it was a little bit confusing if this meant that there's another cooldown, but this is now actually after the cooldown. So first what happens is you can request a review as normal for your first time. Then it enters in a cooldown, or if it's a different type of suspension, for example, sometimes what can happen is first that the website does not meet the quality, then it changes to misrepresentation. So that means it resets, so it doesn't go into another cooldown. So, for example, let's assume you are in a cooldown. The first time it's a few days. I think it is 3 days. Then it is 7 days, and then 14 days. And then after that, you either repeatedly get a message that is copied from one to another message, so always the same message, or you enter in this message here, which is where you can only request a review one more time. I see a lot of community members asking like, I've already clicked on this request for review and now I can't request any more reviews. What can I do? Well, as the message says, you cannot do anything. Your account is suspended. So you have to be very careful. If you have hired, for example, somebody to request and fix everything on your behalf, they tend to just willy-nilly request a review without really bothering to check if everything is properly done, or request for every little change. Like, for example, they make one change and then they request a review. That is a very, very bad habit. Don't fall into that trap. It happens a lot if you're hiring somebody, for example, from Fiverr or just some random person. They think they know the policies, but actually there are a lot of policies that you have to really know. And so my methodology is always go the extra mile, go and resolve every single policy. When I review clients, I go and check every little detail, not just a couple of random most common issues. No, I go the extra mile, go really deep in. So what you need to do is ensure that you first follow the policies, of course, the requirements, your local country laws, industry standards for e-commerce, and also the trust factors. A lot of merchants tend to forget about the trust factors and also e-commerce standards. They tend to think like, oh, but this website can do it, so I can do it as well. The downside is that Google does not suspend everybody equally. So sometimes, for example, if a website has a very high trust factor, then they tend to have an easier way of getting approved compared to a website that has zero trust factors. Then of course you cannot get approved as easy. So don't fall into the trap that you can just request a review if you believe you have made one little change that might be the issue. No, go the extra mile. Trust me, it's much safer. It's a lot more work, yes, but if your intentions are, of course, to get a business and have profit from your business, then it is recommended that you go the extra mile because that pays off in most cases. So by this video, I want you to be very careful. Don't just go through this last review, especially not the last one, without going the extra mile and checking every little detail. Even if you think it's just insignificant, make the improvement if it is indeed an improvement, and then request a review. And if you then are suspended and you cannot request any further reviews, that's it for you, unfortunately. So there are no other options for that case scenario. However, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out or leave a comment below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.